Hi, welcome to my cosmos. And today, from this cosmos, I'm bringing you this critical thinking exercise number 8. It was a very interesting exercise in which we asked the members what would happen if there were suddenly no computers, tablets, or phones of any kind anywhere on Earth. We created an imaginary scenario and wanted to see what do people think. It's a very good exercise of critical thinking that if we are suddenly left with none of these gadgets and things around us, technology around us, how are we going to respond? This actually had two parts. And the second part was, and how would this affect you? We got some wonderful responses, presenting one of the responses to you. This is by Rabia. A sudden dismissal of technology will change the world in a minute. The countries that are advanced in technology will face more trouble than the ones that have lagged behind. There will be equality in terms of gadgets and somewhat in the GDP as well, as modern machines are their sources of richness. Moreover, the global village of today might be converted into the global homes. The distance between the countries may decrease, but between the family members will be increased certainly. Now here, in the end, it looks strange that how this will be decreased or increased. But very good answer, because Rabia has highlighted that most of the richness of the first world depends upon this technology and what will happen. And for the second part, and how would this affect you? Being a native of a country lagging in machines and technology, I will not face sudden poverty or something disastrous. It will improve the family lives and encourage peace and love. I will have more time to do productive work rather than scrolling on social media on my phone. So this means that such a scenario would provide you more time to pursue your own goals and your own objectives and hobbies. Interesting. Let's go to response number 2. Kainat Liaquat Siddiqui. The absence of e-devices would have affected the lives of people in so many aspects. There would be no technological revolution and advancement that is seen today around the globe. All types of communication, modern transportation, and the wonders of artificial intelligence would be nowhere to be seen. The healthcare and industrial sectors would be more primitive, and life might have lost all of its vigor. The Earth would more likely be an isolated place, losing all of its touch in and out of our sphere. So, how do the modern minds think that if they were deprived of this technology, what will they be doing? And for the second part of the question, how would this affect you? The lack of e-devices would put me in back ages, where there is no advancement and this globe is more of a desolated place. There would be no variety of information, knowledge, transportation, advanced healthcare, education, or revolutions in the field of science and technology. And all this would lower the quality of life that I'm living right now. Interesting answer, isn't it? Very interesting. So these days, people think that we are living a good quality of life, mainly because of the technology that we have around us. Let's move on to the response number 3. What would happen if there were suddenly no computers? Hafiz Muhammad Bilal. In this era of globalization, everything is being done by virtue of technology. The pace of progress has become so fast that no one could imagine further prosperity without technological advancement. For instance, if there were suddenly no computers, tablets, or phones of any kind anywhere on the earth, there would be a complete disaster in all walks of life. Moreover, the world would move towards coin age, and the standard of living would be degraded. Thus, without such means of communication, prosperity would be just a dream. So Hafiz Muhammad Bilal thinks that the current prosperity of the earth, of the world, is basically because of the advancement in technology. But be careful that when we are saying no computers, tablets, or phones, we are mainly mentioning the information technology, whereas the other technology would stay there. However, it would be in a very primitive shape. And how would this affect you? Hafiz Bilal thinks that in this regard, one may say that the situation of living without the above-mentioned resources would be a cumbersome and difficult one. But learning to live with the hurdles of life is in fact essence of life. And sweet are the uses of adversity. No doubt, this particular situation would affect everyone, including me, in a very harsh manner by initially closing available opportunities for progress. On the flip side, it is hoped that the new vistas of life would be opened because after every difficulty, there is a relief. So this means that Hafiz Muhammad Bilal thinks that we humans will soon start adapting to that situation also. And that would open new vistas for us for progress and prosperity. And we will start thinking that way. And this is something great about human beings. And that is why I had come to this exercise particularly, that humans are adaptable and they adapt very fast. Only those species survive on the face of the earth, survival of the fittest, who have fastest adaptation. And even if there was no technology, information technology, humans will find ways of progressing. Yes, there was a time when there were no computers, tablets, or laptops or phones in the world, and still we have reached this far. Let's look at another response by Sajid Khan. What would happen if there were suddenly no computers? If there were no such means, culture diversification and political connectivity wouldn't be there as in today's world. Globalization is an old phenomenon, but technologies such as computers, tablets, and phones have intensified the process. It's a very interesting point that Sajid Khan has raised. Therefore, if there were no such means, there would be no connected world. But globalization would continue as it has continued throughout the past centuries. Interesting. How would it affect you, Sajid Khan? The effect of lack of technology will not only be felt by me, but by everyone. However, for me, the effect will be felt more because technology has made access easy, such as research, jobs, business, and political awareness. All these things have become accessible for humans. Therefore, if there weren't any technology, I wouldn't be able to do the above. One wouldn't have this political awareness, one wouldn't have this business, the modern jobs, and all this research is very much dependent at the moment on this information technology. Very interesting answers. And listeners, viewers, this must have given you also food for thought. Share your views with us in the comments below in the YouTube channel. And if you want to join us to be featured in the next critical thinking video, participate in answering these exercises. And definitely, I would be waiting to read your interesting answers to these wonderful critical thinking exercises that we keep sharing with you on Instagram and Facebook and on my website as well. You can find all of those links. Thank you very much. Until the next exercise on critical thinking. Bye.